Okay, so tonight we're going to take notes on the skills scientists use. And before we get started, remember, you can pause and rewind this screencast anytime you want to. Make sure you write down all the highlighted vocabulary words, and definitely be on the lookout for a test question alert. You never know when it's going to pop up. Our objectives for this lesson are: you'll be able to explain the 4 main skills scientists use. That would be observing, inferring, predicting, and classifying. So the first skill scientists use is observation. So scientists observe. Observing is using one or more of your senses to gather information. And there are 2 basic types of observation. The first one is a qualitative observation, which is an observation that does not use numbers. For example, I can observe that you are probably writing notes on this slide. The second type is a quantitative observation. That's an observation that uses numbers. So I can observe that you're more than likely writing down the 3 vocabulary terms on this slide. So make sure you remember that. Qualitative, no numbers. Quantitative has a number. And that's definitely a test question alert. You're going to see that again. Be ready to compare these 2. So let's make some observations of this picture. So I can make 2 qualitative observations. First of all, the house is definitely sinking into the water, and the house is white. Both of those are qualitative because they do not use numbers. I can make 2 quantitative observations as well. So the house has 3 windows. I can see 1, 2, 3. And there are 3 people escaping the house. Both of those are quantitative because they use numbers. The next skill scientists use is they infer. So an inference is a statement made from observation, past knowledge, or prior experience. So I have this birthday cake here, and I can see that the picture shows a birthday cake, so I can infer that it must be someone's birthday. I can also see that the cake has the number 10 on it, so that person must be turning 10 years old. Now be careful with this one here. Because it has a number, you might think it's quantitative. It's not. That's just saying that this number 10 is here. If I wanted to count the candles, there are 10 by the way, and say there are 10 candles on the birthday cake, that's quantitative. And you can have many inferences from one observation. Scientists predict. So a prediction is a type of inference made about future events based on past experience or evidence. So, for example, Doppler radar predicts the weather. It shows if there's going to be rain coming, or if there's going to be clear skies. Or you can predict what we're going to do in class based on what inferences you've made and what we've done before. The last skill they use is they classify. So classifying is the grouping together of items that are alike in some way. So I have this grouping of hats here. So they're all alike because they're all baseball caps. And then we have this cartoon here where there's a box of plants, a box of mammals, a box of insects, and a box of birds. And then I have this grouping of fruit here. All of these show classification. So for tomorrow, be ready. You're going to have a screencast quiz on this information. It's going to be your first one. You can use your notes on the screencast quiz. Also be ready to make observations, inferences, and predictions in class tomorrow. And that's it.